Hey guys, I just felt really inspired to make this video. So it's basically why I went vegan. This is the actual true story, how it happened. Basically, I was about 14 or 15 when I got scouted by my modeling agency, and they told me I needed to lose weight if I wanted to be a model. And of course, any young girl who's given the opportunity to be a model is gonna get excited and probably jump on it, even though I was the kind of girl who told myself I wouldn't care and I would not get fazed by it, but I did. So I started restricting my calories. I started skipping breakfast, eating small lunches, doing everything I could to minimize my caloric intake because that's how they told me I would lose weight the fastest. So I was just eating less and less and less. And then eventually I started binging out, and I would have like a cheat meal once a week. It was supposed to be dessert, and then it turned into a whole cheat meal. So my whole dinner became a cheat, and then it became basically my whole Saturday, and then it became, like, it was just ridiculous. And it would be like a whole day, and then I'd be restricting my calories for a few days, and it'd be another whole day of just cheating, just binging out, again, restricting my calories, binging, restricting my calories. And then the time periods just like got shorter and shorter, and it became like more and more often, to the point where I was literally binging out like every meal and purging every meal. So that's basically what's gonna happen if you're on that path of restricting your calories. Not that I wish for that to happen to you, but this is just me realistically saying this is what a lot of us, young women go through in this society where weight is so important and how you look is so important, and you're constantly being told you're not thin enough, you're not, whatever enough. So the reason why I went vegan really was for my weight, because after all those binges and purges, I had started putting on weight, and I lost control. I was binging more than I was purging. I was, never restricting my calories anymore. I was just binging. It became like I couldn't even restrict my calories anymore. I was just binging, and I put on a lot of weight. I put on like 26 kilos, and like halfway through that, I had actually gone vegan, but I still I couldn't stop myself like from just eating everything I found. So basically why I went vegan was an effort to try to control my weight. I asked my mom, like, what can I eat and not gain weight from? And she basically just said, fruits, veggies, stuff like that. So, I started with that, and then I Googled it. I came across Harley's videos, Darren Ryder, and he basically said, go vegan, you're gonna lose weight in the long term. So that's why I went vegan. It wasn't so much because of the animals. I mean, yeah, I keep saying, like, I never liked eating animal products. I never liked cheese, I never liked eggs, I never liked milk, I never liked meat, like nothing. So there's that. But obviously the reason why I actually did it, why I actually went vegan, was not so much for the animals, because I wasn't even aware of all the cruel practices. At like 16, 17 years old, I went vegan because I wanted to lose weight. I didn't want to keep gaining weight. Like, that was my number one thing. I was so done with it. I just did not want to gain weight anymore. So I went vegan. That's basically the reason why. And, a lot of people, they see me now and they think that I went vegan originally for animal rights reasons, and it's just not true. That's something that developed in me later, as I got more educated about the practices and the cruelty behind the animal products, and, industries that use animals for testing or for whatever exploitation purposes. It just, that part tied into it later for me, but it did begin just as a diet, so that is to say that just because you don't naturally have that inclination right now to stop eating animal products because of the animals, doesn't mean that it's not going to develop. And it did develop in me, so I believe wholeheartedly it's going to develop in you too. Just if you get educated. But again, that's not the most important thing. Like, you don't even have to be an animal rights activist to be a vegan. You can just be vegan for you, and you're still helping the animals. You're still helping the planet, and that's really the most important thing. That you are doing your best for yourself, for the planet, and for the animals. And conveniently, those three are all the same thing. It's all going vegan, So just just really wanted to put that video out there because some people believe that I've always been an animal rights activist. And yeah, I've always loved animals, but I was also blind to the fact that, you know, I'm eating an animal, you know, like this is an animal product, this is the product of an animal suffering. Like, I was completely blind to that, and most of us are, you know, that's just the world we grew up in and how we're taught to survive, you know, so there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the state that you're in before you open your eyes and your mind to what is true. And so the best thing you can do is actually just go vegan. It doesn't matter for what reason, if it's for yourself, for the animals, or the planet. Either way, you're benefiting all three. So do it. Go vegan. High carb, low fat, and smash in the carbs.